My mother wouldn't have missed the announcement for anything. You got rid of her, and I want to know how.
Your imagination's working overtime, cuz.
How do you do it, Carly? You must have come up with a pretty elaborate lie to get my mother to leave the room.
You know what, Lucky? If you find your mother, I'd really like to know where she went, because I don't appreciate being stranded here with all these reporters hounding me. I don't have a speech prepared. I had to wing it.
And you enjoyed every minute of it. Showcasing Gia, undercutting Elizabeth, and nobody here to interfere.
You know what? I'm not Elizabeth's biggest fan. And guess what, Lucky? That's no big secret.
Well, the choice is made, Carly. Elizabeth is the face of deception.
Not without my vote, she's not.
Well, my conniving cousin suddenly runs the place? I don't think so.
Lucky. Hey. You're speaking to my wife.
Yeah, I'll speak to her any way I feel like it when she double-crosses my mother like that.
No, you won't.
Hey, guys, can I just make one last suggestion for the evening? How about we don't do this right now because raised voices garner unwanted attention?
That's okay.
Well put.
Not a problem, because the party's over anyway. Go home.
I'm not leaving till I find my mother.
Yeah, stay with you.
Lucky, it's not a big deal. I'm sure that she's just off making a phone call to Paris or something.
Yeah, well, we'll find out, won't we?
Suit yourself, cuz.
Did anybody else just feel the tension drop about 500% when Carly left the room?
All we have to do is find Mom.
Well, Carly set her up, and our mother will have her head.
Hey, is anybody down there? We're up here.
Don't hang over the edge like that. It makes me nervous.
I can see a light in the office below us. Someone's got to be in there. A maintenance person? You wouldn't happen to have a megaphone on you, would you?
Didn't fit in my purse.
Well, laughter's good, as long as we're not hysterical.
Someone's got to be wondering where we are by now, though. I mean, I can just hear her, though. Laura had an emergency phone call. She had to handle a high-level marketing meeting.
Well, the emergency part is right.
Yeah, a high level, too.
Laura had a crisis concerning her frozen assets. That would work.
You know what? I shouldn't hog your coat. We should share it.
No,
Here,
you know what?
You take it back.
You know what they say about body heat? Just closeness and movement. There.
Oh.
Oh, that's better, huh?
Oh.
Laura!
This thing is full of glue.
Laura, come to the door!
Calling the police?
Why shouldn't he be?
Well, it just seems a little extreme. I don't know who he's on the phone with, but the point is to find Laura.
I checked the offices. There was only a few open. Nobody's seen her.
Well, did it ever occur to anyone that maybe she didn't feel well, so she went home?
I called. She wasn't there.
Okay, I was just trying to help. Did you check with the night guard downstairs?
Yeah, he just came on his shift. He hasn't seen her leave.
Maybe she left earlier with some business contact.
Would you cut the phony suggestions?
What is that supposed to mean?
Why don't you just drop your wide-eyed innocent look and tell us what Carly did with my mother?
What is this? You hate Carly, so now you hate me too? We just want to know what happened. Well, why would you assume that I know?
Because you're the only one who's tied with Carly.
And so now I'm some evil, conspiring person. You guys are just hung up on the fact that she wants me as the face of deception.
Oh, come on, Gia. This is not about you.
Whatever Carly's done, Elizabeth is the face of deception, and that's not going to change.
All right, the building's management company claims that there is a maintenance man on duty who will help us find Laura if we find him.
Come on, there's a girl trapped on the roof.
How do you help?
Just follow me, will you? Oh, look, there's glue all over the lock there.
Did you try yelling to her?
Yeah, but she's probably passed out because of the cold. So let's stop yapping here and get the door open. Well, the keys aren't gonna work. You're gonna have to use a blowtorch or something.
This looks like a job for a locksmith.
No, this looks like a job for a maintenance man that wants to make $100.
Well, it's gonna take a little while.
Well, let's get to it, huh?
I never knew you were such a good dancer.
Oh, well, when I was a kid, I was awful. Stepping on my partner's feet all the time. Picking him in the ankles. I mean, dancing with me was an occupational hazard.
What happened?
Felicia. She loved to dance, but hated getting kicked in the ankles, so I learned.
Luke loved to dance, too.
Unfortunately, I've never had to dance with Luke.
Oh, it is the little things, isn't it? At least now I'm taking control of my own life, you know. And I'm focused on the future, and that feels a lot better.
I can tell.
I'm going to make this company work, you know, no matter what I have to do.
Despite Carly?
Oh, she put a little dent in my plans, but she is not going to stop me.
Well, I doubt anyone could.
Sorry, interrupting here.
Scotty, how'd you know where to look for us?
Well, process of elimination. I figured you'd have to be under lock and key to miss your own party. I didn't count on the lock being glued or the $100 I spent to rescue you two.
Oh, well, thanks for the rescue.
Anytime, Mac.
What happened while I was gone? Did Carly announce Gia as the new face of deception?
She introduced both girls and said a decision hadn't been made.
That's not true. Oh, here you go. Thank you. You're a great dancer.
It takes two to tango.
Let's go.
Brother.
Mom! Laura! Where have you been? You okay? You all right? What happened?
We were so worried about you.
What happened?
Somebody locked me on the roof. And there is no doubt in my mind who it was.
You mean Carly locked you on the roof?
Who else?
Well, at least she didn't do any real harm.
Yeah, Elizabeth's right. You're okay, Mom, and that is all that matters.
Yeah, what about everyone else, you know? Carly was cruel and manipulative to both of you girls. You realize that, don't you, Gia? She gave you false hope. And you, Elizabeth, she ruined what was supposed to be your big night. Not to mention lying to the press.
Well, she's a liar at heart.
I know that, and I'm sick and tired of it.
Is there anything that we can do?
Well, no, not now.
Listen, Laura, go home, get some rest. I'll take care of it.
No, we are going to straighten this out tonight. We are. And we're going to get a fresh start in the morning.
Okay. Well, we'll be ready for the photo shoot.
We'll see you in the morning.
Great.
Good night, you guys.
Good night.
Thanks.
Shall we go?
Mrs. Spencer, I'm really glad you're okay.
Thank you.
Hold the elevator. Thanks for a night to remember.
Thank you. You know something, your dancing technique saved my life, literally.
Well, back at you.
Thanks.
Good night.
Good night. I missed the whole thing. I can't believe I worked so hard on it.
Well, it wasn't much of a party.
No? Well, it's a darn good thing you found us when you did.
Well, maybe I found you a little too soon.
What are you talking about? It felt like an eternity to me.
Well, I guess that's true. I mean, you were stuck up there with Mac. He's like watching paint dry.
If I didn't know better, I'd say that you were jealous.
Ah, nonsense. I'm not the jealous type. Just trying to get on your good side so I can be there when you go after Carly.
No, it's my fight.
Well, you know what they say, Laura. Strength in numbers. So, let me fight them with you.
I hope you enjoyed your little evening, Carly. because it is going to cost you everything.
Johnny, why'd you let them in?
Sprinkles, can they stay?
What's wrong, Laura?
Do you have any idea where I was tonight? What Carly did to
You know
me?
you don't have a right to come barging into our house.
Oh, and where should I be? On the roof of our office building, maybe?
Is this how you run your business?
It's my business.
Oh, who pays the bills? Who financed the first secret attack photo shoot of Gia?
Get to have my input here, whether you
So
like
you
it or
locked me
not.
on the roof of a building in freezing cold weather?
Laura, you disappeared at the most important point of the whole party. What was I supposed to do? Huh? Should I announce little Lizzie Weber as the face of deception when I don't agree with you?
See? That's it. That's it right there. That's why she did it. That's the kind of business partner that your wife is.
What do you want, Laura?
What do you think she wants, Bugsy?
Please let me handle this.
Oh, the Queen has spoken.
Look, Elizabeth Weber is going to be the new face of deception, whether you like it or not. Her first photo session has been set up, and we are going to move ahead as planned.
As planned by
I
who?
have had
Not me, Laura.
reservations about working with this woman from the beginning. You knew that.
I realize that.
And you promised me that if I was ever in danger, that you would pull out of deception. Well, I consider being locked on the roof of a building in freezing weather danger.
Would you give me a break?
And you
Who
told
is
me you were an
overreacting here?
honorable man. So prove it to me now. You get out of deception and you take your wife with you.
Is this how you think you deal with business, huh? You have a bad night, so you come a-crying to my husband?
Was I talking to you?
Okay, you know what, Laura? If deception's too much for you, sell it. Don't make it my fault.
You locked me out on the roof tonight, and you know it. I don't know how you did it. You know what? I don't even care. I don't. I just want you to know that I am through with you. Finished.
You disappeared, sweetie, at the most important part of the whole party. Now, I saved your reputation to the press, and you should be thanking me.
Oh, my God. Do you even know when you're lying?
Laura, maybe we can work this
You
out.
have been trying to undercut me right from the very beginning. You know, I can't get you on the phone, and when I can, you hang up on me. You drop in and out of business when you feel like it. Let's face it, deception is more important to me than it is to you. I mean, it is the most important thing in my life right now, besides my own daughter, and I don't want anything to ruin it.
Why would I want to ruin?
Look, everybody warned me not to work with you. But did I listen? No, I didn't. And you know something? Everybody is right about you because you're off. You're crazy. You're absolutely
Enough!
pathological.
Laura, no, that's it.
Carly, please. Laura, what can I do here?
Well, I think you'll think of something.
You have no respect for my home, for my wife. You bring in Mr. Insignificant in here. You disturb our privacy for what?
Carly locked me on the roof.
Yeah, I know that, and it's not right. But you knew Carly came with the deal.
You promised me that if I was ever in danger, that you would let me out of the deal. Remember?
Did anybody threaten your life?
I could have frozen to death.
But you didn't.
Well, she hasn't been shot at, if that's what you're talking about.
Have you been harmed, injured in any way?
Yes, I have.
All right.
Look, please, can't we just find a graceful way to get out of this?
Yeah, why don't you go ahead and resign from deception? Carly and I will buy you out.
What?
Otherwise, find a way to work with Carly.
Now, listen, this whole deal stinks right from the get-go here. She's been working like a field hand to get this company off the ground so that you can turn it over to this wife of yours?
We're finished here.
What?
I want you out of my house.
Oh, what are you
Hey,
gonna
what
do
are you,
here?
crazy?
No, I think we've established that you're crazy.
You should leave.
I thought you were an honorable man.
You made a point, Laura. Get out.
You know how important deception is to me. How can you do this to me?
I think that, what, you're the only woman in the world who likes her job?
Laura, I'm sorry. If you resign, we'll buy you out. That's the deal. Good night.
You're not the man I thought you were, Sonny.
You know, that immunity deal of yours, if you took a close look, I don't know what you'd find. I mean, it's not going to last. Look, this is silly, all right? You really are fooling around with the wrong people here.
See you at the office.
It's not over. Come on, let's go.
Okay. I'm ready.
Oh, look at this place. It's a mess. Company's a mess. My whole life is a mess. It's just...
At least you're not up on the roof in the freezing cold, trapped.
I cannot believe that Sonny turned on me.
Well, Laura, did you ever hear that story about the guy had a pocket full of snakes and,
No, but really, now is not the time, you know?
Well, aside from the freezing cold, I guess you had some fun up on the roof.
But I mean, everybody warned me not to work with these two, and I didn't listen. I just... What do you mean I had fun on the roof?
Trapped up there with that flatfoot.
You're jealous.
Ex-flatfoot, actually.
You're jealous of Max Scorpio?
Nonsense. Well, you know, he's nothing more than a civil servant. Actually, what? Oh, I'm glad that I amuse you here like I'm some clown, one of the Three Stooges.
No, you know, we were just trying to keep warm. That's all.
Well, let me ask you something. When was the last time that you danced with me?
Well, who can remember back that far?
But let me dust off the cobwebs here. I think you owe me a dance, so pay up. You sure?